2024, January 21 equals 3. Trilogy is 3. Namaste, one spherical love, spirituality in a modern world. Brought to you by Unispherical Muse, LLC. And this is my church, One Spherical Love, NPO, Inc. Today's sermon shares the blessings through the increments in particles of ionic energy. To start, I have a sand hourglass sand timer, and it makes a simplistic increment of little pleasure in my sanctuary. Plus, it help me to keep track of time spent on my sermon. Giving guidance is creating light heart, but also depleting in ionic energy. While giving, I'm also aware of receiving in ionic energy. Today is a number 3 in numerology, and that is the realms of Trilogy. Trilogy is 3 of something. 3 is self-expression and to inspire others. I am Unispherical Muse. Unispherical, one spherical spirit, and Muse is inspiring all. I inspire all to create being for whence they are meant to be. I do this through bringing awareness of possibilities and visualizing through the meditative mind of putting a positive twist on a negative. Positive ions and negative ions are merely energy that is encapsulated with a scope of possibilities. And of course, Unispherical Muse is my trade name. It is a pseudonym for my business, LLC. The really cool part of ionic particles is you get to create your ionic energy through your inner child. The inner child is your archetype that wants to come out and play. When you deny your inner child and live in the mindscape of adult and so serious, it is simply super boring to your inner child. If you do not give purpose to your inner child, it will play havoc in your life, and that is when the magic begins. Your inner child is your archetype, and that is your shadow self. Always keep in mind, this is basic psychology in the spirit realm, not rocket science, it's logic. Logic is 4th dimension. Giving your inner child how to use purpose through a creative, fun process. This is one of your purposes in this lifetime. Get with the program. The program is called Kosher Motif. Kosher is balance, and motif, breathe, lifestyle. To learn Kosher Motif is to learn the fundamental mechanics through the particles that are part of the whole by transcending the transparencies of cosmic consciousness. I am a metaphysician, alternative doctor, non-drug practitioner. I am an ordained reverend of divine energy. I am a spiritual counselor, spiritual teacher, spiritual healer. Through my metaphysical healing art workshops, I spiritually guide through spiritual teaching how to organize in the 4 quadrants of mind, body, emotion, spirit. The 4 quadrants create the core being. The core is the soul. The soul is the teacher to the spirit that is the student. The spirit is the teacher to the human that is the student. I teach to learn the 4 quadrants in Trilogy through the dualistic nature in, on, of, self. This creates self-love by learning the 4 quadrants in holistic nutrition within the schematics. The schematics of learning to budget time, money, and energy. That is the Trilogy of budget. As self, and self is 0 on the time sequence on the timeline that creates the ripple effects and the residuals. It gets easy with time to learn how to create the ionic power. You are a powerful ionic energy, and the world is your oyster. To encapsulate the being that you were meant to become, then you first must learn the baby steps in metaphysics. You will learn to become who you want to be with. You learn through giving in gratitude, and that gratitude will create the ripple effects in your residuals. That creates the karmic boomerang in the universal law. This is the road in life path to soul path. Today is the number 3, and that is in a moment in time, and right now it is 3:33 a.m. The number 3 also relates to male energy, and that is a number 3, and that is conflict. Conflict is unbalance. To learn kosher is to learn balance between the in-between, and that is understanding the frequencies that you regulate in the inner child through BPMs and megahertz that you create. You are creating your kosher motif. Okay, folks, the sand hourglass is finished. It was a lovely hour spent with you today in order to share the awareness of inspiration through Unispherical Muse. Life is love, love is life. Blessings from Reverend Lewis, and thank you for your support.